is crazy. Are you going to put this all in one video? I'm Daisy Ridley, and this is my typical British day. Breakfast. Weetabix. Nutritious, any which way a Bix. A nutritious breakfast cereal made from wheat and barley. Pretty delicious. I used to have this every day for breakfast, too, with sugar on top and banana with milk. Some people like them put in the microwave, which makes them particularly mushy. I like them on the medium to mushy side. I will say I think American cereal is just chock-a-block with sugar. We do pride ourselves on not so much sugar in our cereals. Beans on toast. Not only a breakfast staple, also a dinner staple. I realise I'm not an adult because last week the only thing I had for dinner was beans on toast. And I actually didn't know if I had any toast. I had to check in the freezer if there was a loaf that I had frozen. Beans, nutritious and incredibly delicious. Great for all times of the day. And I've never been into the organic stuff. It has to be Heinz, because beans means Heinz, as the saying goes. Supermarkets. Supermarkets range from a small Tesco Extra to a large hypermarket. Pretty standard. Food, occasionally clothes, toiletries, books. Tesco, probably one of the more populated. Many, many Tesco's all over London. Waitrose. It's a bit fancy. They tend to have everything you need, but they do put dumb stuff in tiny plastic bags. They're that sort of supermarket. Lidl. Legend has it that Lidl and Aldi were started by two brothers in Germany, and Aldi was for the poorer and Lidl was for the richer or something like that. Iceland is known for being incredibly stressful because basically once you go in, you can't get out unless you go through the checkout. So it's hard to go back. Iceland do a lot of frozen foods. Prawn ring, which is frozen prawns in a ring. Magazines. I would say Tatler is more highbrow mag. Even here, higher society, but a pun because it's H-I-R-E. Fancy. Julianne Moore looking absolutely radiant. Hello. The Queen's Delight. Tends to be more, I guess, lifestyle of celebrities. I don't know if it was Hello or OK that bought the Beckham's wedding. There were like insane amounts of magazines that were bought. Lunch. All other countries, there are amazing cuisine. Britain probably offers pie. So there are different pies. There is a pie with a crust. Then there is a shepherd's pie or a cottage pie. Shepherd's pie being with lamb, cottage pie being with beef, which is a meat, and then a potato top. Oh! I'd say this is a Greggs sausage roll. Greggs also just launched a vegan sausage roll, and their profits. This is a Scotch egg. These can be really popular. It's literally an egg inside pork, and apparently they're very difficult. They do them on MasterChef oftentimes because it's difficult to get the runny yolk. This is like a Cornish pasty. Different pies for different areas of England. I guess you could say it's like an empanada, but the Cornish variety. Oh, I was wondering what that was on either side. Sort of looked like mould. That is a chip butty. You can actually get this in a shop. It's not just people making them themselves. Either brown sauce, ketchup. It's good. Oh, brown sauce. I don't really know what it is. It's sort of like ketchup, but with more vinegar, I'm going to say. It's a slightly different taste. Is everyone learning so much? Watch TV. Because I went to boarding school, we had classes until 6:30 every day, and on at 6:30 is Hollyoaks, which is set in a fictional place called Cheshire. Then there'll be like an Emmerdale and Coronation Street, and then the big one was oftentimes EastEnders. One famous line from EastEnders was there was this whole plot line about Kat, and I can't remember her daughter. But anyway, the audience knew that Kat was the mum, but the daughter didn't. And the line from the daughter was, "You ain't my mother." And Kat went, "Yes, I am." And it was a really big moment for audiences across the land. Shopping. Marks and Spencer. Marks and Spencer isn't a million miles away from Waitrose, which we saw earlier, but it offers clothes. Debenhams, one of the big ones. It's like one of the bigger department stores that's sort of like, I guess, a Saks or something here. It encompasses a lot of different brands. BHS went bust. British Home Stores it stood for. I'm pretty sure it went bust. That wasn't, maybe it didn't. I think it did. snacks. All right, we've got Twiglets, which are Marmite flavoured crisps. Really good. And they actually just brought out Marmite flavoured cashews. Delish. They're in a more knobbly, stick-like shape. The taste is great. Bovril. Oh no, this is Bovrite. To be honest, I actually don't know what this is. Bovril is like a beef thing that you mix with water. I think people used to have it before bed. I don't know about that. This is pickle. I wouldn't say this is a snack. What I would say is a cheese and pickle sandwich. Even a vegan cheese is amazing. Well, Terry's Chocolate Orange, Dawn French was the voice of it. It was pretty fantastic. It wasn't really a thing you got in my family unless it was in your stocking. Jaffa Cakes. This is not the packet for Jaffa Cakes. I don't know what's happening here. Jaffa Cakes are usually in a blue packet. Jaffa Cakes are my ultimate favourite biscuit. And there is also questions as to whether it's a biscuit or a cake. Apparently it's a cake because it goes stale. There's like a difference with the two. I don't know. A Lion Bar. I'm pretty sure they used to advertise these like for men because they've got nuts and raisins. Very angry lion. It's pretty good. It was never my chocolate of choice. My chocolate of choice would have been a Milky Way. I used to eat all the chocolate off and then eat the nougat. Fantastic. And this is a fruit pastel. It's like a fruit jelly covered in sugar. They're hard initially, then they soften. Football. I did watch the women's game last week of England versus Japan. First time we beat Japan, badass. And I did watch some of the World Cup games. I support Arsenal, but I really don't know anything about football. Our stunt coordinator on The Last Star Wars is a massive fan, like the biggest fan. And she used to sing, Bobby Firmino. She's literally not missed a game. She went to Madrid for the Champions League final. She sent me a video of when they won and she's crying and she can't remember taking it. Like, that's a proper fan. Dinner. I'd say a curry, because obviously in Britain we are known for curries, especially in Birmingham. They're supposed to be amazing. So good. Pilau rice, delicious, different colours. Naan bread, great. Pizza Express is a little pizza chain. They do delicious dough balls. They have vegan options. They have one on the King's Road where downstairs they do jazz performances. Yeah, Pizza Hut is on the cheaper end. I'd say Pizza Express a bit more fancy. Black cabs, until I watched Luther season, whatever it was, I trusted black cabs wholeheartedly. And then they had the guy that wasn't a black cab driver, but just people in his cabs. And now I don't trust them anymore. But I would always say black cabs. Relax. Well, I don't know how often people say draw you a bath now. I feel like that was sort of ye oldie, never draw you a bath. It's nice to run someone a bath. Babies tend to have baths and they look happy. Go to bed. When I was watching Luther, it was giving me nightmares, so then I had to watch something light afterwards to lighten my mood. Otherwise, bit of a read. Currently reading Little, which is about Madame Tussauds. It's like a fictionalised diary. Lights out, off you go. And that's just my typical British day.